Hey guys, J-Road here. I'm in the parking lot of Marcus Cinema. Dang. And I'm about to start driving. This is a terrible idea, but freaking A! Godzilla kicked so much ass! Oh my balls! It was fucking shit! Awesome! Jesus criminy! I loved it! Oh! And like, they fucking like totally made some baller moves. They straight up just fuck. Oh. Okay. So, you're coming into this movie, you're expecting it to be, some kind of crazy, but no, it's fucking baller. Like, they managed to take the kaiju movie to another level. Now, there are faults with it, and sometimes it get really boring, but for every moment that there isn't a great, sequence, there's at least a good freaking narrative. So, at the beginning of the movie, you see Bryan Cranston. He's a young dad, and, he's working on a power plant in Tokyo, or in Japan, not Tokyo, and freaking balls! Like, he watches his wife dies, and you actually have, there's a little bit, he could have used some more time to develop, but you feel for these people. These are, he feels like a real person, and then he watches his wife die, and balls to the walls. Then you flash forward 15 years. Freaking Tokyo, Cranston's trying to get in this restricted zone, and his son is, he works for the army. He's a bomb disposal technician, which, that's all cool and dandy, and, I don't know how to say it, his son is pretty cool. It's the most baller thing ever. Oh, it was just balls to the walls, fucking yeah. I gotta probably stop this video and finish talking about it at the house. But they took some moves that were pretty phenomenally baller, like hardcore baller. So yeah, I'm gonna next stoplight probably turn this off. But freaking A, that was the most awesomest awesome. And the atomic breath. There's a moment I swear I almost jizzed in my pants. I was like, holy shit! His atomic breath. And you know that scene in King Kong where King Kong rips the head off a dinosaur? No, they didn't do that. They did something similar, but with Godzilla, and he fucking just spits pure fire hardcore like a motherfucking hurricane. Oh, it was so sick. It was like, fuck you, I'm motherfucking Godzilla. I am the king of the motherfucking monsters. Fuck yeah. Oh, it was so beast. Oh, it was just like, it was so cool. And everything they did with this movie was a win. There was not a dull moment. It was freaking baller. And by Jove, I don't think I've ever wanted as this lives up to the Godzilla legacy. I will finish this conversation right now. I'm at a red light. I will turn this off. But ball. Yeah, Godzilla. Okay, now that I'm home. Oh, it was so cool. Godzilla just totally freaking backhand and then just okay. If you didn't notice, my review in the car wasn't that great because I was kind of driving and distracted, and I was just so extremely awesome mated. Okay, so let me get back to the point. Godzilla. Awesome. Alright. Now, there's a couple of things flawed with it. I saw it in 3D, and it's worth a try, but, it's not, a necessary thing. It was still pretty cool. And There are some pretty dull moments, but there are some pretty action-packed moments, and it had a really nice storyline. And they really had enough balls to kill Bryan Cranston like within the first, I think, half an hour. So that whole move, like the trailer, totally. Oh yeah, spoilers for those who don't want to be offended. But yeah, they kill Bryan Cranston, who is this guy. Basically, his wife dies, goes seemingly crazy, but he isn't actually crazy, and he knows something's up. Then, boom, Godzilla, like the Mutos, the ultra terrestrial or something terrestrial objects, or they're pretty cool. They look a lot like Cloverfield, and I'm not gonna say I hate Cloverfield, but I'm gonna say Cloverfield's in like my bottom favorite. Like of kaiju movies, I'm not a huge fan of Cloverfield. I feel like they just tried to mash Godzilla and and the Blair Witch Project, and it didn't work. I didn't like it. I know a lot of people love Cloverfield, but yeah. Anyways, back to Godzilla. Godzilla was all like, "Wah!" and and apparently I have this syndrome where I act like an 8-year-old when. Okay, so there's this power up scene, and one of my friends who's like sitting a little bit away from me after the movie's like, I thought you were gonna wet yourself. You were just like in that corner, just like because Godzilla he has the atomic breath, and you see the tail turn blue, and all of a sudden there was a pin drop, and then all of a sudden I was like, hell yeah! And this audience was just like, yeah! Godzilla was just like. As for storyline, that was a strange segue. Anyways, as for storyline, decent. A lot of Godzillas have pretty campy storylines. Actually, I have one right here that's really. This one's storyline is really campy. Like, this one's storyline is pretty campy. As you can tell, I'm a huge fanatic about Godzilla. And he does have a different look, but a much similar to the old school ones. And he just freaking tears apart those Mutos. And the Japanese scientist dude who's like dad was in Hiroshima and like the watch stop and all this nuclear, it still has its core message, nukes are bad. Though for some reason these monsters were eating nukes up like they were freaking candy. And a nuke goes off in the bay and oh man, such a good movie. Oh, they're so cool, just so cool. So yeah, of the kaiju movies, this is probably one of my favorites. I mean, it's not Godzilla Final Wars. That has to be my all-time favorite kaiju movie. Then second has to be Pacific Rim, and then I got another list, but it's worming its way into my heart. I'll probably have to watch it like 3 more times to definitively place it, but it does have special bearings in my deep, deep heart. I mean, I grew up loving Godzilla. I was a fanboy. I've seen, I think, 25 of the movies, and I own quite a few of them today now because Godzilla is still my favorite monster of all time. You can have your aliens, you can have your predators, but for me, the king of the monsters, the one that's been able to whoop the ass, space ass, incinerate whatever monster, kill Ghidorah, fight a robot version of himself, punch a jet jaguar in the face, is Godzilla. And if you don't think he's the most baller monster, there's something wrong with you. He is the king of the monsters. He is the undefined champion. And if you say King Kong, this one goes to you. Because he did not lose. And that movie was stupid anyways, because King Kong gets zapped with freaking electricity. Oh, I am so nerding out right now. And the bleh, like the, the atomic breath was beautiful. I mean, It's not just a polarized beam, but it actually has like a realistic flame, like pure radiation. What you imagine pure radiation to look like. It was so cool too. And then he just goes into the water and he like they think he's dead and he's not. He's never dead. And he's just like, no, I'm going to take a nap now. Just falls down, and then at the end of the movie, he gets up and walks to the water. He's just like, yeah, I'm done with this. I killed those guys. It was so awesome. And just see Godzilla to swim in formation with our Navy ships. That was pretty cool. And like they were shooting at him, he just looks at him and like I don't know if I imagined it, but Godzilla's like, Godzilla ain't got no time for that. It was so freaking awesome. So, I'm just riding this adrenaline rush, and I definitely like the story. Especially, there is a cinematic scene that is pure excellence in this movie, and that is when they drop down and they fly by the giant monsters fighting. That is brilliant. Like, that is freaking mind-bogglingly awesome. Like, to actually have, a human perspective falling. And I've never been skydiving, but I've been told it's really awesome. And I've always wanted to try it, but I'm always scared. But he's like, you get to see perspective, and you hear the breathing, and it really gets you into this feeling that you are this person watching as you're falling from the sky, watching these two giant ass monsters fight. It is awesome. This is gonna be a long video, but yeah, check it out. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth the ticket price. I saw it premiere night. I will have it up before the actual movie's supposed to be coming out, because we got it at the 7 o'clock premiere on Thursday. And I'll have this up. It was so cool. Oh. So yeah, before the official air date, this is my review. This is J-Road, licensed by Checker Radio. I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10 kaijus. So pumped. Yeah. It does have actually some reminiscent scenes of Zilla, but it does them better. Just to point out. So yeah, totally worth it. J-Road out.